In the last 3 years, there have been many reports of religious and ethnic persecution coming out of the autonomous region of Xinjiang in China. These reports are quite troubling, and I believe that the global community should take drastic and invasive measures in order to stop the repression of the Uyghur Muslims in this region. I believe this because we know what is going on in these camps. We know historically what happens in these camps and the escalation and the outcome. And we know that these people do not have help coming, and this situation will not end unless we act. So first, let's talk about what is the situation. The Uyghur Muslims, basically there's a large population of Muslims in China who have been deemed a threat by the Chinese government. The Chinese government did this threat by placing anyone belonging to this group in internment camps. These camps are called the Xinjiang internment camps, the vocational and educational training centers by the Chinese government. The Chinese government have been claims that the camps are voluntary, meaning that anyone who wants to be in them wants to be there, and they want re-education. We know this is not true, as most of the people who are in them were arrested for showing Muslim traits, such as having a beard or praying in public. In 2017, there was a leaked Chinese government called the China Cable, which is now referred to as the China Cables, which included a 9-page memo on how these camps should be run. This is clearly a prison camp by the memo. Some of the quotes include to increase discipline after behavioral issues, to promote repentance and confessing, and to make Mandarin studies a top priority. A group called Human Rights Watch in 2017 stated that all prisoners in this camp have been subject to at least psychological torture. The BBC ran a story recently on a woman who was released from these camps named Tersane Ziwadun. Ziwadun said that the guards would pick out a few women every night and take them into a back room and rape them, and that she has been taken several times, and that came out in February of 2021. There's also reports that the main goal of these camps is to strip the religious rights and the personal identities of the Uyghur Muslims in this camp, as well as widespread forced sterilization of the Muslim women. Basically, they're trying to destroy this population entirely. In January of 2021, the Trump administration said that China's actions amounted to genocide. We've seen many cases of genocide throughout human history, but the most famous one is the Holocaust. And this Chinese detention of the Uyghur Muslims is the most widespread ethnic and religious persecution since the Holocaust. The Holocaust was also done under the guise of re-education, and many camps had similar euphemistic names, such as care facilities for foreign children. So you may be asking, if this is as big a deal as the Holocaust, why are we not being talked about? Why is it not being talked about? Why is this not at the forefront of political dialogue? Well, the truth is, when the Holocaust was going on, it wasn't being talked about either. Partially because we didn't know it was going on. We had less ways of communicating, but mainly because foreign powers felt like they needed to trade with Nazi Germany, just like they do to modern day China, so they don't feel comfortable bringing up possible human rights violations as long as the money keeps flowing. My third argument is that This situation can only be helped by a foreign power taking a strong side against the existence of these camps. If we do not help, no one else will. We have shown in our country's history a sad pattern of only helping foreign nations when it benefits us or when it threatens our national security. I believe we need to break this pattern and show that we legitimately do care about human rights issues. I believe that it is imperative to help these people because these people have no means to help themselves. And the situation for them is deteriorating fast. If we do not act in a few years, the Uyghur Muslim population might be completely wiped off the earth. I believe, in conclusion, I believe that global powers who claim to oppose human rights violations should take drastic and invasive steps to intervene in stopping the Uyghur detention camps in the Xinjiang region of China. I believe this because we know what is going on in these camps. We know about the countless examples of human rights violations. We also know how historically these camps have worked and the outcomes of them have never been good. And we also know that these people have no help coming. And if we want the situation to end, we would have to be the ones that go help them. Thank you.